The Bible isn't just a book of random stories. It's 66 different books that come together to tell one story. An incredible one. About God's love for us. And now for an amazing story. Inspired by the book of Matthew, chapter 2, verses 1 to 12.
Jesus was born in the tiny village of Bethlehem, just a few miles outside of Jerusalem. Now, his arrival didn't make the nightly news headlines. Nobody tweeted about it or wrote a blog. Instead, he placed a brilliant star in the perfect place to announce the arrival of his son. Now, far east there were these scholars, wise men who studied the night sky as they often did. And for the sake of this story, we'll call three of them Al, Simon, and Theo.
Theo, look! Do you see it?
You say you put a bee in it?
No! Do you see the star?
You want to play guitar?
Simon directed Theo's gaze.
The celestial orb, precisely there. Ah, well, why didn't you say so? It's beautiful. Serendipitous.
But hardly accidental. I believe this is a sign.
Now, it's possible that these wise men knew about Daniel, who served in the courts of Eastern kings about 500 years before. Daniel had foretold of a ruler coming for God's people.
We should consult the Jewish scriptures.
I have acquired the scrolls. You baked some rolls? I could do with a cinnamon roll. Lots of brown sugar and frosting.
Al quickly scanned through the ancient writings of the prophets.
Here it is. A star will come from among the people of Jacob. A king will rise up out of Israel.
A new king has been born.
We must find him. We'll need camels.
We should take gifts. You want to jump off a cliff? Presents for the royal child. Okay, fine. You don't have to shout.
So the wise men gathered their supplies, mounted their camels, and began their long journey across the desert.
Moving right along and still walking. How are we still traveling?
The star keeps shining for us.
There's Jerusalem ahead. The scholars here will know more about this child.
When the wise men reached the city, they began asking everyone they saw,
"Where is the child who has been born to be king of the Jews?"
When we were in the east, we saw his star. Now we have come to worship him.
News of the travelers quickly made its way to King Herod.
A new king?
Bah! King Herod immediately called in the chief priests and teachers of the law.
Where is this Christ to be born?
Well, the prophet Micah says in Bethlehem.
Is that all?
He adds, But you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are certainly not the least among the towns of Judah. A ruler will come out of you. He will be the shepherd of my people, Israel.
Humbug.
Just, reading the scroll.
King Herod dismissed his advisors and called for his wise men.
Tell me, when did this star appear?
Many moons ago, Your Majesty.
I believe you'll find this, king in Bethlehem. Go search for him and bring me a report right away. Then I can go and worship him too. Are you all right, Your Majesty? Sorry, just allergic to camel hair.
The wise men immediately mounted their camels and set out.
There's the star.
It appears to be standing precisely over that village.
Third house from the edge of town.
When the wise men finally arrived at the house, they were warmly welcomed by a young woman with shining eyes.
You really followed the star all the way from the east just to see Jesus?
Where is he?
So Mary led them into the house, and there the wise men at last saw Jesus. He stared up at them with wide, joyful eyes.
The Christ!
The King of the Jews!
The wise men immediately bowed down before Jesus and offered their gifts.
Gold.
Frankincense.
Myrrh. But don't worry, you won't have to spell it for a good many years yet.
These are gifts for a king.
We know.
Did you say you want to sing? We three kings of Orient are bearing gifts, we traverse afar.
The wise men had given up many months and comfortable beds to follow the star, but every moment had been worth it because what they discovered led them to Jesus. Later, God warned them in a dream that they shouldn't go back and report to Herod, so they returned to their own country by a different route.